Hey everybody, this is my very first YouTube video documenting my nursing experience, my nursing program experience. I am a first semester nursing student, and I got this idea from, she's a YouTuber. Her name is Nurse B, I believe, and she kind of said that she wished she would have documented her experience from the beginning. So I want to have that to look back on for myself. If it inspires or helps anybody else, that'd be great. But it's mostly to keep myself motivated and to look back upon everything I've been through and everything I've worked on. I wanted to start the channel as soon as I started because I'm actually 7 weeks into my program. And yes, my baby is actually turning 2 months on the 18th. We're in the 11th today. So it's pretty crazy. He was a week old when I went to school. My first day, he was a week old. So it's been a crazy, challenging experience. I don't regret one bit, although it kind of sucks sometimes, you know, to have to leave him. It sucks a lot, actually. But everything I do is for him and my other son. So we gotta keep going. So I guess we should start out. I don't really know what to say, but I guess I'm just gonna jump into it. I guess we should start out with how the last 2 weeks have been. It's been pretty crazy. I think my whole cohort and me are still trying to figure everything out and kind of get the hang of nursing school. It's like a train that left the station and you were either on it or you were not. That's how my instructor described it, and it's very accurate. It's a train full speed and it doesn't stop. It's funny because every week it's a certain amount of material and you finish it and then you know you have to do it all over again the next week. So far it's not impossible. It's not impossible to get it done with a newborn. It's not impossible, so it's definitely doable. Of course everybody has different lifestyles and different learning curves and different learning styles, but for me it's not impossible. However, I do not have a social life. I pretty much study Monday through Monday every day. Well, mostly I go to class Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I don't really study those days. I more just go to class and focus on that. But I study every other day. I don't go out on the weekends. It's rare when I actually sit down and watch a movie or a show. You know, I really have a great support system at home. My husband, he's actually home from work right now on leave, so he mostly he's the one that takes care of the baby when I'm in school, and he helps me in the house when I need it. But mostly it's me that takes the baby when I'm home. Cooking, cleaning is a challenge. It's kind of, if my homework's done, I can do it. So that part of it, you know, I'm so used to cleaning and keeping everything. I'm so used to keeping everything spotless and, you know, dinner being made. And it's not because I'm like that typical housewife. No, it's more just that's how I am. And I like things organized and I like things a certain way. You know, the type of person that gets into nursing school. And we joke about how the whole cohort is type A personalities. We have to have everything be perfect and controlled. And so letting go of my home has definitely been a challenge. Letting everything kind of, like the dishes sit for a day or two, the laundry be dirty for a couple weeks. It's challenging to kind of let that happen. Sometimes all I get to do is do homework in one whole day and get a meal in, and that's that. I don't get to do much else. It's challenging spending time with my older son. Sometimes he has complained that I don't give him the time. The baby demands the time, so I can't just not give him time. I am exclusively breastfeeding, so that's a challenge when going to school and being here doing homework. I can't just say, hey, or take him. I'm gonna shut myself in the room for a whole day. It's kind of like if he wakes or if he cries, I have to stop, drop everything, which is challenging for me. It takes me a while to kind of get into the study mode. It takes me a while to get into the study mode. And when I do, it's really frustrating to have to stop. So the way that I'm studying is definitely, it's definitely different, but I have to adapt. It's so far I'm doing well in all my classes. 2 A's and 1 high B. The classes are very challenging. I guess I'm more scared of what is to come than anything. I'm scared that it's going to get harder to the point I can't keep up. I guess that's my biggest fear, because I'm like, it's like waiting for the other shoe to drop, like you're like, okay, so this, I can do this, I'm doing it, I'm getting an A. When is it going to be ridiculous to the point where I can't, to the point where I'm like, I failed the test and I'm so scared to get there, or I'm so scared that that's going to happen, that I'm just like freaking out. It's it's a constant thing, it's a constant how should I say it? Like I said, like it's a train, it doesn't stop. You get your assignments, you do them, and then next week you get assignments and you do them. It's like, it's a never-ending thing. It's not like, oh, I get to rest, or oh, I get to go out with my friends, or oh, I finished an exam, I get to relax. No, it's like, this assignment is due, this test is due, you have another exam for the next class. Oh, you just finished this one, this one's next. It's study guide after study guide, it's exam after exam. And you have to do the readings, the homework. It's like, if you don't, you'll fall behind and there's no way you can get back. Like, they don't check your homework. They don't check that you read. They don't, you're not in middle school, high school. You're not going to get graded for doing your reading or not doing your reading. But if you don't, and then at the end of the month or whatever, you have an exam for the last 14 chapters and you didn't read any of it, you're screwed, So it's like a must, and you cannot not do it. So that's the exhausting part. The part about being a mommy, I think the hardest part is having to leave him. The hardest part is not being able to just lay with him and just cuddle and give him 110% my attention, like I want to. I'm not going to say I haven't done it. I have. There's times where I'm just like, I have to mentally unwind, and I have to just stop doing this homework because nothing's coming in anyway. It's like the readings and the videos are going in one ear and out the other. They just not retaining. So you have to learn how to just say, okay, it's enough. I'm gonna take an hour break. I'm gonna take a day. I'm gonna just not do anything for today and then do it all tomorrow. Or you have to say, I'm gonna do it all today because it needs to get done. It's a lot of willpower. It's very easy to say, I'm just not going to do it this week. It's very easy because nobody checks you. There's no assignments in between. There's no quizzes on there could be quizzes on the readings, but it's not like you need to do the readings in order to figure out the quizzes. It's not impossible to pass, I should say. But it's very on yourself. You have to you have to hold yourself accountable to get it all done. It's so far that's been my experience. I don't know. I mean, I guess as things happen, I can record more. So far, the first exam was terrifying. It was my first B on an exam in, years. And it kind of, I've had 2 exams so far. I have another one next week, which I should be studying for, but instead I'm making this video. But I got, 3 exams. I've had 3 exams. I had my pathophysiology exam, which I got an 88. Very frustrating being, that straight A student, that high 98% that I used to get in my classes. Nursing school will really knock you down a peg. Even if you were a B student, it'll knock you down a peg. And you'll feel it. It'll feel like a devastating blow, because it's like nursing school is not for the weak, and it's not for everybody. But it was my patho, got an 88, my medication math exam, I got a 96. I studied my butt off for that one. For sure, I studied my butt off. Anything, I read the whole chapter. I think like 20 PowerPoints. I spent days studying for it. So that 96 was definitely hard earned. And I was mad at the 96 actually, because after checking it, I made stupid mistakes, I could have gotten a higher score. But again, that's the type A talking. And then it was my fundamentals class or basics class. I got a 90. That one, it sucked, but I earned that 90 also. I could have studied more, but it was literally the same week as my med math. So I could only do so much. And the med math, you have to pass it in order to advance to the next semester. So I definitely put my whole priority, I put that as my priority to pass that exam with a high score, to make sure that I knew it, because it's only going to get harder. We take it every semester in my program, and it gets harder every semester, and we have to pass it by a certain amount. I think at the end of the last semester, you have to pass it by like 100%. Right now, I had to pass it with a 90. So, and the studying, I can make another video about how I study, but I kind of just wanted to get the intro done. did mean to make this video my first week, but that's just not how it worked out. Here I am almost 8 weeks later doing it. That's just how a nursing school student's life is. It's you kind of leave everything on the back burner and you focus on the nursing school. But I'm gonna be thinking about stuff to kind of record, because there are things like my books, how much they cost, my uniform, type of stethoscope I looked for. I mean, I just got it. I just decided what to get. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want to keep watching, go on this journey with me, you are more than welcome.